Each year, the PhoCusWright analyst team convenes to set one overarching theme for the year. It must be powerful, challenging, and widely affect the global travel industry. Strategically correct, yes. Politically correct, no way. In 2006, it was Travel 2.0 confronts the establishment, followed by Braving the Long Tail in 2007 and The Perfect Storm, Search, Shop, Buy in 2008. Last year, it was Money, Media, Mobile, Moxie. And the theme for this year is Chaos Calls, Navigating the New. Shaken and stirred into action by the confounding events of the last 18 months, travel executives are ready to rebound. However, many of the organizations, strategies, and models they battle to preserve are now oddly out of sync with the new market order. It is chaos out there. So a roadmap is essential to navigate the new. New economic realities, a slew of new devices, platforms, and channels, new competition emanating from unexpected places, new standards for content and communication, and, thank goodness, millions of new travelers. The Chaos Calls theme explores the 5 tenets that all travel companies, large and small, startup and established, supplier and intermediary, leisure and corporate, traditional and technical, that all travel companies are compelled to confront. Number 1, disparate devices and channels. Web, WAP, or GPS, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook, BlackBerry, iPhone, Android, Kindle, iPad, a laptop or a set-top box, a long, intimidating list that is still growing. Fragmentation may be an old word to describe the travel marketplace, but it has taken on an entirely new meaning in 2010. The proliferation of discrete and sometimes proprietary platforms, social networks, channels, and devices has been extraordinary, prompting travelers to connect and get content in distinctly different ways at different times. So separate strategies are required to engage different users in specific ways. Proof the golden age of the web is over. Number 2, in a bid to protect their brands and realize some revenue online, struggling newspaper, magazine, and other traditional publishers are putting more content behind firewalls and paid logins. Meanwhile, Google cannot see everything amidst the chaos, while additional channels further obscure search engines' vision. Gated content, plus the fact that normal SEO tactics do not work very well for video, presents new challenges for organizations busily attracting quality eyeballs. For those of you anxious to check off SEO strategy from your to-do list, that list just got longer. Number 3, tapping new travelers. Despite tough times, millions of travelers, many of them from Asia Pacific, are leaving their borders for the very first time on a quest for a sensational experience. Their search, shop, buy behavior is unique, necessitating tailor-made tools and services from you all. Capturing a piece of this great global potential requires optimizing local search, becoming a source market authority, and grasping culture and language. Those who fail to understand target markets risk losing out to competitors who do get it. Number 4, see me, hear me, touch me. Less typing, more touching and tapping. Less reading, more listening and watching. Today's marketplace and the devices we connect with, phones, computers, appliances, televisions, even cars, have become predominantly visual. in their interfaces. The implications for travel, tourism, and hospitality are enormous. Sounds, images, graphics, video are all challenging words and numbers as the foundation for interfaces. Today's Gen X travelers, raised on rich media and controlling content, have little tolerance for yesterday's stuff. Travel websites, applications, and practices that fail to leverage new interface standards and visualization will suffer. And number 5, significant surprise. From the books The Tipping Point and The Chaos Scenario to the rise of the splinternet, technology, media, and marketing have just about boiled over. Yesterday's killer strategies are often irrelevant today. In travel, the swirl of technology and economic chaos enveloping our space is unprecedented. In such an unusual environment, the probability of a significant surprise happening in our space increases daily. Good leadership anticipates the next new, whether it involves a new entrant rising, a major player waning, a disruptive technology emerging, all of the above, or none of the above. Any of these 5 tenets is daunting enough alone. However, they are all unfolding simultaneously with exponential impact on the global travel landscape. Chaos calls, ladies and gentlemen, and escape is not an option. In closing, chaos does call, but you can navigate the new through innovative use of today's and tomorrow's technology. The dot-com bubble may seem like a distant memory, but around the world, the internet and mobile continue to fuel hopes for innovation, wealth, growth, and overall economic expansion. You have to be willing to be misunderstood when you innovate. Innovation requires putting the brakes on traditional thinking, standard procedure, acceptable norms. By definition, innovators compel themselves to ignore problems and ignore failures in the quest to accomplish something important.